I think it's essential to have one leader, one voice instead of 3 schools. At Weaver, we can have one administrator for the entire building, and then we have the different academies with different APs running them, but they can still have that cohesiveness as one school. I would love to see that.
So is that what you consider the ingredients of New Dorp that you would like, you know, those are the ingredients that worked for them? Is the one principal, or were there other things?
There were other things, but I think that was essential to the vision. There was unity with just that one administrator. The writing program was essential, going back to basics, not only with writing, arithmetic, everything, going back to the core of the fundamentals just to get everything going. So it was across the students, faculty, and I'm sure the parents, again, we didn't get to see the parents, but I'm sure they all came together when you stick to the basics, what really works, go back to fundamentals. I think that's really important for what we're going to do.
Yes. So your initial reactions, did you see things that you liked, didn't like? Any takeaways, major takeaways?
Okay, so my impression of New Dorp, it was kind of, I guess I'm very critiquing it because I've been to a lot of different high schools in my life. As well as having 4 kids, I've been to a lot of diverse schools. So what was okay with it was that they did have a plan, they did have a vision that was enacted and went with, and that they had long-term leadership, which makes a big difference. If you have somebody who has been through throughout the years, I feel like they had a vested reason to stay, rather than having those fly-by-night or gatekeeper principles, so on and so forth. I've been through that and everything. So having long-term leadership makes a difference. But the drawback to that is there's also dictatorship. So certain things was scripted. Certain things was like, okay, you were only allowed to say certain things. Because I didn't look at necessarily the questions or what was said, but what was seen, how they reacted, how when you threw certain questions at the kids that they weren't used to scripted or saying to, like when I had to ask them to take a place in the community or their parents, they kind of like, oh, okay, we don't know this answer. What do we say? What do we do? So on and so forth. All those different schools within that school, I had took part of that within a high school setting that had all those electives. And I think it's, you know, that cross training, they definitely need to do that, because when you go off in the world, you might have set for one job, but you might be able to go to another. You got to be able to go diversity. And I think keeping them on that one lane path might be setting them up for, like, you know, failure, or if I don't succeed at that, I got to be retrained all over again. They have all those access to all those different classes. They should have the ability to be able to interact with now.
And what is the biggest challenge we have with the teachers?
Your general, like, first impression, like, can you talk to me a little bit about New Dorp?
Well, I was impressed with the general excitement of the students. I know they probably chose students who were going to do a good job of talking about their coursework, but you could tell that this is a program that's working for them. The teachers as well, they're very committed and excited, and it took a lot of work. It wasn't easy. Everybody wasn't on board at first, but they had a cohort of 30 teachers and staff, and they agreed on a number of principles, and then they implemented the program in the school. These 8 learning centers, small learning centers. I thought it was interesting that they used one principal and 10 assistant principals. One for guidance and one for security, I think. I'm amazed at the writing across the curriculum program that they have, which is similar to something that was adopted at Trinity in the late 90s, which was very effective there. And by looking at the work and the progression of the work for one particular student, we can see that it was highly successful here. This is a school that's a choice school for New York. Although they're here on Staten Island, they have students that are coming all the way from New Jersey, from Brooklyn, and other boroughs. I was a little disappointed. I asked a question about diversity. There were no teachers. Well, there was one Asian teacher. The rest were not teachers of color, although the student body seemed to be peppering with students of color. But unfortunately, due to the fact that our bus was late, we didn't get to go around to the classrooms. So maybe we would have been able to see examples of people from other backgrounds there. But from what we saw, the people that came to present to us, there wasn't much diversity.